Good evening, my friends. So I am about to try for the very first time a wild black tea leaf from Tealyra. Here's the name of that in case you want to look it up. Check out their online store. So I was really intrigued by the descriptions of these wild teas that I found. My previous video, I opened and showed you guys the other tea varieties that I got in my recent order. This one is really colorful. I've never seen a black tea leaf that is this orange in color. It looks really cool. So, we're going to go ahead and do our first taste test. I did not try this yet. I wanted to see what a captured live review would look like. So we're going to just do a quick rinse for those of you guys who are unfamiliar with the tea making process. And I am unfamiliar with this tea yet, so I'm not going to let it sit for too long because I don't know how many infusions we are going to get out of this tea. But I was generous with the leaves, and so hopefully I can get at least 8 infusions out of this. Typically, a lot of people would bring their water temperature up to over boiling, which is 212. For me, I opted for 204 degrees, which is just when the water starts to bubble when it comes to a boil. This is like a really nice champagne color, right? Obviously, you would think that a black tea would be much darker red and orange in color. This smells... It smells so sweet. For those unfamiliar too, these types of teas that I get, they are not... there's no fruit pieces in with this. A lot of typical teas that do have the flavoring added to it, what I refer to as colonial tea, they do have oils and flavorings that are added onto them. This tea is just the pure tea leaf that is picked and harvested. There's no added extra ingredients in with this other than the processing method of how they decide to wither and dry the leaves. This smells so good. It's like white peach, but like a sweet potato, like a yam too. And pineapple. I kind of get pineapple out of this. So we're gonna go ahead and warm up my teaware. This is one of my Celadon cups that I got with the fishes. Now there's fish, I'll show you on the outside as well, that are carved into this piece, and then it is glazed and fired. And I do not have a rinse cup, so we're going to use this second Gongdao Bei that I have off to the side. Okay. So this is one of my most favorite cups to drink from. And you want to go with darker teas, with your higher temperature teas that you're going to be brewing, which is typically for your darker teas, your rock oolongs, your black teas, your dark teas, pu'er teas. You want to go for a nice open rim cup so that your tea liquor can cool down a lot faster so you can enjoy sipping it, not have to wait for it to cool down as long. So I was generous with the leaf. I'm not going to let it infuse for too long. This is the fun thing about getting new teas too, is you really want to experiment. And this is for people who might be too intimidated too about this type of tea making process, is that you really do want to experiment with your water temperature, with your infusion times, with your leaf quantity. And so when it comes to trying out new teas, you really want to be not necessarily cautious, but you want to, this is what I taste when I brewed it this time. Maybe I should change some of the parameters, right? Of using less leaf and maybe longer infusion times, or more leaf and quicker infusion times, or maybe I should bring the water down a bit or up a bit. Yeah, the peach flavor is just coming through even more stronger. Again, here's a look at those leaves. It smells so good. So after that rinse, you can see it's starting to get a little bit darker, but this is very white wine. It's very champagne-y, which is really interesting because this is supposed to be a black tea. Oh my God. I'm not being too exaggerating here. The peach flavor really pulls through in the liquor. Like what you smell is what you taste. Ooh, wow. When I can afford to, I think I might get another batch of this. I'm gonna drink this down first. I'm not gonna stock up anymore because I've been stocking up on tea leaves, so I'm not gonna hoard. But I would highly recommend giving this a check out on their website. It's so good. And believe I leave my reviews too. You can see reviews left by me and the teas that I have ordered in the past, the ones that I've tried, the ones that I frequently order. This is so peachy. I am going to share this with one of my best friends. Oh my God. I purchased nothing but wild teas mostly. And so I'm really excited. And I think wild teas are going to be my they're going to be my new go-to now when I want to splurge on myself. I need to just look up more wild tea cultivars. Now, the interesting thing to see is whether or not the infusions will get darker as we go along. So this was just the first infusion after the rinse. I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and then we'll come back a little bit infusions later. Okay, so this is the second infusion. I let it sit a little bit longer than that first one. The one thing about me and my tea making methods, you probably come across other people who like use their timers and everything like that, and that certainly is a good viable method, especially for like green teas, because green teas are so oversensitive if you oversteep them. So timers do work, especially for like Japanese green teas if you want to get it just right. But for me, I do it based on the amount of breaths. Sometimes I don't even count my breaths. So you don't have to use a timer is what I'm saying. You don't have to say, 30 seconds and 45 seconds. Like, I do not count out my seconds. After 5 years of doing this, you just wing it, I think after you become acquainted with enough different tea types and you're more willing to take certain liberties and just be really experimental with it and, kind of let go of that control factor other than, again, leaf quantity, water temperature. But with steeping times, I'm not as hardcore with like how many seconds has it been, like how long has it been, I'm more loosey-goosey with my time of infusions. Because I think the main determining factor of how strong, how thick a tea comes out is leaf quantity and water temperature, or how floral, how fruity, how astringent your tea comes out is based on water temperature. This is so bold. It's just so peachy. That's what I'm going to leave in the review. It's literally, if you're a fan of the Teavana peach teas, that is what you get with this. You don't need any honey. Look how clean that liquor is. Like, this is the pure version of the peach tea from Teavana. Pure leaf version. Fortunately, I'm running out of time. I don't know how many infusions this will last, but we'll see. And I'll leave that in my review at the Teavana website of how many infusions this was able to last. Thank you so much for watching. Again, here is a look at that label if you want to give it a try for yourself, and if you want to purchase some for yourself while it's still there. I would imagine a wild tea would not be as big of a stock comparing to other tea varieties that they have. Thanks for watching.